In this video, I'll show you 3 types of foods to stop eating. Plus, I'll give you a food that will lead to a boost in your testosterone levels. Did you know men today have much lower testosterone levels than men used to have? There are numerous studies that show test levels have been declining for decades. To give you an idea of how bad this actually is, there was a study done that showed a 60-year-old man today has 17% lower test levels than a 60-year-old man had in the late 1980s. This is a huge drop that comes with a ton of side effects. This means today's man is weaker, fatter, has less stamina, less energy, less mobility, and is a lot more feminine than our dads and granddads used to be at our age. While lack of activity and modern day conveniences attribute to some of this, one of the biggest culprits is high estrogen in men today. High estrogen levels can lower test levels significantly, which can lead to fat accumulation, erectile dysfunction, low sex drive, decreased muscle mass, weaker bones, loss of energy, and depression. High body fat can lead to excess estrogen production, and so can eating certain foods. In this video, I'll show you 3 types of foods to stop eating. Plus, I'll give you a food that will lead to a boost in your testosterone levels. With that said, the first type of food you should avoid are processed foods, man. Processed foods don't provide any real nutritional value. And these foods can be addictive as well, which can make you crave them and prioritize them, which can also lead to micronutrient deficiencies. In addition to this, processed foods are one of the leading causes of the obesity epidemic we are facing in today's society. Here's the problem. In less than a century, we have messed up our food to a point where it's nearly impossible to go back to healthier options. Our society functions with highly transformed foods and drinks that industry giants produce on a mass scale. When something is produced on a mass scale, it needs to be optimized for long-term conservation. This is why we end up having so many ingredients and additives in the most basic foods. It's so transformed, it loses most of its nutritional benefits. And as it's cheaper than the fresh stuff, it becomes a go-to for many families. And this is how entire populations grow larger by the day. Quickly, before I get into the other types of foods to avoid, if you're currently struggling with obesity, which is one of the leading causes of numerous diseases like diabetes and heart disease, then this is what I'm going to recommend. Eliminate all junk food, fast food, and processed food. Cut out sodas, alcohol, sugars, and white breads. Replace the processed foods with nutrient-dense foods. Choose lean cuts of protein like chicken breasts, fish, lean beef, turkey, eggs, and yogurt. Add some energy sources from fruits, veggies, rice, potatoes, multi-grain breads, oatmeal, and quinoa. Also, make sure you add some healthy fats, man, like avocados, egg yolks, olives, nuts, and seeds. Do this consistently, and you'll set yourself up for success. All right, let's move on to the second type of food that influences your estrogen levels. Foods packaged in plastic containers. Food and drinks in plastic packaging contain chemicals like BPAs that hurt your testosterone levels. BPAs are chemicals that come along with plastic packaging that you ingest when you eat a snack or drink a liquid that's been bottled or packaged. There was a recent study where researchers analyzed over 400 plastic products such as bottles, deli packaging, and flexible bags, and found that more than 70% of them released chemicals having estrogenic activity. The study also discovered that this number shot up to 95% when the products were exposed to sunlight, dishwashing, and microwaving. Remember, snacks and sugary drinks in plastic packaging are probably not what you want to eat if you want to stay fit and healthy anyways. Okay, the third type of food you need to avoid is alcohol, man. Alcohol directly impacts your testosterone levels, increases inflammation, and adds empty calories that can be stored as estrogen, increasing excess belly fat. Alcohol also reduces the body's ability to release testosterone. Not only this, but alcohol interferes with the body's fat burning mechanisms, which can slow down your weight loss efforts. Alcohol also blocks nutrient absorption and even has an effect on your liver's ability to process sugar. These are just a few of the many negative effects alcohol has on your body. With that said, if you're gonna have a drink, man, consider it as part of your once weekly cheat meal and keep it to just 1 or 2 drinks. All right, now that we've covered the types of foods you should avoid, especially if you want to avoid all the unwanted side effects that high estrogen causes, let me give you a type of food you need to be eating to help boost your test levels. And that's cruciferous vegetables. Unlike the other foods on this list, cruciferous veggies help to flush out excess estrogen and help raise testosterone. Eating more cruciferous veggies in your daily diet like cabbage, asparagus, cauliflower, and broccoli rids the excess estrogen in your body, which will lead to an increased testosterone. With that said, it can be a lot easier said than done to get more cruciferous veggies into your diet, especially if you're someone like me who doesn't like vegetables. That's why I personally take Testo Greens. Testo Greens is our greens powder for men that contains extracts from fruits, veggies, superfoods, and herbs that help support healthy balance of your hormones. I take 1 scoop a day and it helps me stay on top of my cruciferous vegetable intake. If you want to try it, we'll put a link in the description below. All right, man, there you have it. And I hope you realize how important it is for us men to maintain high testosterone levels and stay on top of our estrogen production. At the end of the day, it's about living a healthier, happier quality of life. With that said, get busy, get after it, and God bless.